in HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This portion of the news brought to you by BTC Every Day.
A new primary health care facility is now open in Adelaide Village. Good evening, everyone. I'm Charisma Robinson. Fern Carey tells us that the long-awaited facility will offer a wide range of services to all age groups in the community.
Residents in Adelaide Village will be able to access a wide range of primary health care services in their own community after a new clinic was opened there Friday. The long-awaited facility offers general health care, postnatal, school health, and family planning. Prime Minister the Right Honourable Perry Christie says the healthcare facility comes at a time when the government is taking steps to implement policies to address common health issues in the nation like obesity, diabetes, and high blood pressure.
The work you will be doing will be deepened and broadened as we go into next year, because we are going to be bringing forth policies that are intended to address slackness in habits, whether eating, whether in exercising, but a degree of slackness that has caused us to be plagued by obesity and all of the implications of obesity. We're going to be launching a comprehensive and sustained healthy lifestyles, wellness initiatives and programs.
Health Minister Dr. Perry Gomez says that primary health care facilities like the clinic is the best investment a country can make in its people.
The question as to why a clinic is needed is revealed in the data of visits made to this clinic established in a school over the past 5 years. Between 2010 and 2014, a total of 1,647 visits were made for healthcare services on a once-per-week basis. Of this figure, 103 or 6.3% of the visits made was in regard to child health services for children under the age of 5 years.
The clinic is housed in the newly renovated home of the late Merle Smith, a primary school teacher and Adelaide resident. Area MP Michael Halkitis says the clinic is a fitting tribute to her memory.
Merle Smith, affectionately called Teacher Merle, who gave, I think it was over 40 years, 42 years of service, all in this village as a primary school teacher. And she passed away several years ago. And I want to say thank you to her sons, Dr. Thomas Smith and Trevor Smith, who graciously consented to lease us this building.
Fern Carey, ZNS Network News.
Thanks so much, Fern. A project a long time in the making is moving forward after government and a significant investor in the island of Bimini took steps today that will lead to an expansion of that island's economy and lead to more jobs. Cleanup Patrick Murphy has those details.
Prime Minister the Right Honourable Perry Christie predicts the island of Bimini will benefit from another economic boost after government, officials from RAV Bahamas and Resorts World Bimini signed a supplemental heads of agreement Friday that will propel the resort property forward and improve infrastructure on the island. With the new agreement, Resorts World increases its investment from $150 million to $600 million. Included is a 300-room Hilton hotel. The Prime Minister also highlighted other components.
Secondly, airport expansion and other infrastructural and community works, including a new water taxi ferry station, but preparation of a master plan for North and South Bimini, paving of Kings Highway and the government dock.
Under this agreement, the government has granted the developer options that are to be agreed upon by both parties that will lead to the lengthening of the island's runway to 9,000 feet and terminal upgrades. Works will also include construction of a deep-water jetty that will accommodate the Bimini Superfast cruise ship ferry and other cruise ships.
The government and the developers have also agreed to undertake the resurfacing of additional roads in Bimini and to increase infrastructural expenditure from $10 million to $15 million, with the developer making the initial capital outlay to be repaid in deductions from casino fees.
Resorts World currently employs 25 people. That number will increase by 100 when the Hilton is fully opened. Prime Minister Christie says the property will also be constructing housing for employees and residents.
One has to readily acknowledge that the rate of growth and the development of people on the island has been so strong that this is a very welcome development in Bimini to be able to provide adequate housing for those persons who have come into work, as well as to residents who will be deemed eligible.
Prime Minister Christie says Resorts World will also place emphasis on training to ensure that as the resort develops with the island, the service also matches. Cleopatra Murphy, ZNS Network News.
One of the murder suspects wanted by police is in custody. Authorities confirmed late this afternoon that Marcavella Tinker of Kemp Road, also known as Mark Kemp, Tupac, or Macavella, surrendered to police earlier this morning. Tinker is one of 14 men police issued all-point bulletins for earlier this week to question for murder. Members of the religious community throwing their support behind the new selective enforcement team of the Royal Bahamas Police Force. The new police SWAT team was officially introduced this week and is patrolling the streets of the capital daily to stop criminal activity. President of Citizens for Justice Bishop Walter Hanschel says this new crime-fighting initiative is just what the country needs to tackle the war on crime.
We need certain strategies to turn this crime and the murders around. I believe what Commissioner was trying to say to the government was that we need legislation to revoke bail for persons charged with murder. We have too many persons who are charged with murder who are roaming the streets, committing more murder. We have too many revenge killings, too much vigilante justice. It's safer for those men to remain in prison. That's where they would live longer. They have a better chance. But when they get out on the streets, somebody's always trying to get even, or they're trying to get somebody else, and witness tampering. We have some serious problems in this country.
Hanschel also says that stiffer penalties need to be enforced within the judicial system to put fear in criminals, particularly young men involved in gangs.
I know we have legislation that have outlawed gangs and made it illegal in the Bahamas, but we also I think we need some strategies. The government needs some strategies, and I believe the police is trying, but they need strategies that would dismantle all of these gangs that are so rampant in our country, terrorizing citizens, everybody in fear. Everybody have to look over their head. Nobody feels safe. Nobody is safe.